Hello everyone, in this video we will learn about constructors with real life analogy. Let's consider real life example of Nobita. Every day when Nobita wakes up, he creates a breakfast, then he cleans his house and then does all his daily activities. And again next day when he wakes up, he performs the same activities. So making breakfast and cleaning house are repeated tasks that Nobita does every day. One day Nobita built a robot to perform this task. Now whenever Nobita wakes up, the robot will prepare breakfast for him and clean his house. Constructor is similar to this robot which will perform the sum task when object of a class is created. In object-oriented programming, class is just a structure. So when we create object of a class, we have to assign values to the variables of a class. For example, if you are creating object of a human class, then while creating object, we have to assign values to the variables like name, age and gender. We can manually assign these values whenever object is created, like we did in last video using setValues method, meaning we have to call setValue method after object is created. Another way is we can create a constructor which will automatically do this task for us. So constructor is like a robot that Nobita created which will automatically perform some activities like assigning values to the variable whenever object of a class is created. Now let's write Java program to understand the concept of constructor. First we have to create a human class which will have three variables: name, age and gender. Constructor is a special function that doesn't have the return type and whose name is same as a class name. So we will create a function which will receive three parameters which are actual name, actual age and actual gender, and we will assign this value to our class variable. So whenever we create object of a class, constructor will automatically gets called and it will initialize values of this variable for us. In the same class, we will define another function called print values to print value of this variable like we created in last video. Now let's create object of a human class in main method of person database class. Now since constructor is a function and it's taking parameter, then we have to pass actual values of a variable at the time of object creation. So we will pass actual name, age and gender to the constructor at the time of object creation. So we'll create one object and name it as a Ross. In our case, values of the parameter will be Ross, 24 and male. Now let's create another object with the name Rachel which will have information about Rachel. Now if you try to call print value method using Ross object, then it will print Ross's information, and if you try to call print value method using Rachel's object, then it will print Rachel's information. Now let's jump to Eclipse and let's see how we can add constructor in our existing program. In last video, we have created two classes. First is person and second is person database. So we have to create constructor of the person class. So let's paste the code of constructor which we just discussed. Constructor is a special function which doesn't has the return type. As you can see, other functions like setValue has the return type called void, but person doesn't have any return type. And we are passing three parameters to the constructor which is actual name, actual age and actual gender. And in the body we are setting this value to the variables of the class. Now let's save this person class. Now let's go to person database class. As you can see, it's giving some error because we created constructor with a parameter. Now Java is expecting to pass parameter to this constructor over here. So let's pass the parameter. Parameters will be actual values of the variables. So here we will pass actual values of a Ross which is Ross 24 male. So I'll copy it from setValue method and paste it in the constructor. Now we don't need setValue method, so I will just comment it and we will perform the same action for Rachel. We will copy actual value of a Rachel and paste it in a constructor and then comment setValues method. Now our person database class is ready. So let's save and run it. As you can see, it has printed two lines. First is hello there, my name is Ross and I'm 24 years old male. That means all the values which we pass to the constructor have been assigned to the class variable. And second line is printing information about Rachel, which is hello there, my name is Rachel and I am 24 years old female. There are three types of constructor. First is a default constructor. Default constructor is a constructor that does not take any argument. If no constructor is explicitly defined in a class, then Java compiler automatically provides no argument constructor. This constructor initializes object and variables of a class with the default value. That's why it's called as default constructor. In our human class, we can use default constructor to initialize default value of variable to unknown. Next type is parameterized constructor. Parameterized constructor is a constructor that takes argument. This allows us to initialize object with the specific value at the time of object creation. The constructor which we created in our human class which takes parameter is an example of parameterized constructor. The last type is copy constructor. It is used to copy values of a variable from existing object. In Java, this is typically done by passing object of the same class to the constructor and then initialize value of a current class variable using object which is passed as a parameter. You can access value of object using object name dot variable name. So we are copying data from one object to another object. That's why it's called as copy constructor. By using these types of constructor, you can have flexibility and control over how objects are created and initialized in your program. That's it for today's video. See you in next video.